Hello everyone. Today I will be using the tools from the Lesley Pyke Glass Engraving Starter Kit. These are from Eternal Tools, by the way, and we've got a lovely lead crystal tumbler. Probably slightly less than 8 ounces. I would say this is more of an orange juice glass, but you can have a little scotch in there or a little cool drink. Lovely to work on. And I've looked up online very simple colouring in images of dragonflies and chosen this one. Just look for copyright free images, and so you don't have to be an artist, you can trace through our wonderful transparent medium. So here we have a smaller version, the right size for the glass, and I have put some white tack on the corners so that it can be stuck to the inside of the vessel. Choose an angle and position that you fancy engraving it in, and there you have it, nice and snug. That'll do nicely. Into my little glass holder that I designed. You may want to just hold it in your hands. Everyone is different. This is just how I like to hold it. There's my headband magnifiers that I'll be putting on, and also a mask. Because I'm working from home, I haven't got my dust extractor. Get the water drip feed system going to a nice steady drip. So here we have a small diamond, and we're very briefly going to trace the outline of the lower part of the body. It's slightly offset. Obviously I have got a different angle that I'm looking at compared to the camera. Relatively deep, colouring in the light areas. Now we have a white Arkansas. Obviously this is the stone that produces a very gentle shade. It is not bright like a diamond, and because these wings are very, very delicate, I don't want a harsh outline. So we've got a soft half-tone outline that we can manipulate, we can shade, we can all virtually obliterate if we want to. Otherwise it's just a gentle outline. I'm not pressing very hard, I'm pressing quite lightly. You can see I'm guiding the tool with my thumb. It just helps to be a little bit accurate. I don't want to be wobbly. I'm going to use the same tool for the legs, because the legs, you don't want them to be bright white. They're just a little dark colour. And they are a very basic hint of legs. They're nothing realistic looking. And using the white Arkansas again, I'm just doing some very simple lines on the wings, which I'll be adding to, but these will be half tones. image taken away. Now we can see what's going on. The white Arkansas now, I am going very, very lightly over the whole area of diamond engraving. And this kind of joins it all together with a halftone. As I said before, this halftone can then be polished up a bit in places. But it just brings to the surface and makes the body more solid. It hasn't got holes in it anymore. So now I am polishing back the eyeballs, which have been done with a diamond. You can see they've gone slightly deeper. I want them deeper because these are bulging eyes, and it really gives that 3D look. So you can already see that the diamond has toned down and out with another diamond. What am I going to do with this? Let's see. I can't remember. Oh yes. Let's grab the water. Now we are going to fill in his bottom end. Looks like an embroidery stitch at the moment. Going relatively deep, pressing hard to begin with and flicking up so that it's more shallow as the next loop joins. Deep, shallow. And with the same tool, I am just popping a few extra highlights over where I have engraved with the white Arkansas. As I say, it's like painting with these diamonds. You just go back and forth. There I have just added again, highlight down the middle of the back slightly. Slightly lightly, I haven't gone heavy. Give it a dry and watch this little beauty come to life. White Arkansas again. You see I'm picking up again just where I've gone a little bit too heavy with the diamond. Just keep correcting yourself and slightly going over the edges very, very gently, and it joins all these bottom bits together so that makes it more solid like we did on the main body. Also, if there just happen to be any little chippy bits from the diamond, I hate those, as you know. Those are not allowed, and we can obliterate them. Oh, look what we've forgotten. We've forgotten this little rudder. I don't know what it is. This little spiky bit of his tail. So pop it back into place. Obviously you can just add it on. You don't really need to put the picture back in. I'm just showing you that obviously you can. If you've forgotten something or want to check something, you can put the picture back in and then trace it. This is a very, very skinny little burr called a rat's tail. It probably doesn't need to be this skinny one. If you've got the next size up, that will be fine as well. Probably a bit too skinny, to be honest. Take the picture away, and you may notice there are some marks on the glass which weren't there before. I will explain that just now. There we go. What do you think? That doesn't look too bad. Not bad, seeing it's a little kids colouring in drawing. Oh yes, this is something that happened a little bit earlier. The very first one that I started to engrave for you, I realised that when I was filming it, my great big fat head was in the way. So I thought, instead of just having one dragonfly, we are going to have more than one, and we've gone for 3. And I'll tell you why. After I've described this, this is a little diamond burr, and I was just checking how sharp the top is, and the top is okay. That's the little rat's tail. And we are going to now add some very, very fine details onto the wings. This is completely freehand, and it doesn't matter. Make it up as you go along. It's not an anatomical study of the dragonfly. This is, if you want to make flowery designs on the wings, do it. It really doesn't matter. So all I'm doing is just little lines and filling in the spaces and making a sort of a pattern that's easy on the eye. It really doesn't matter. And about the number of dragonflies I'm putting around 3 instead of 1 because of the business with my head being in the way. Odd numbers are best because then you don't get one in the line of another when you're looking at it straight on. You will always be able to see all 3 separately. Beautiful. Now we have the little brown rubber. With this, I can take it straight into those eyeballs, and in an instant, there you are. You see they're lovely and polished out and shiny and look like little jewels. Just running it off over some areas of the body just to make it a little bit darker in places. Really don't need much. And then down the bottom end, just between the joins. Lovely. I can see a couple of areas where you probably need another couple of lines. There you go. I've seen that and I have added them in. Just filling in the spaces, really. I've got my scrappy piece of glass that I am going to test a burr on. Now this is a white Arkansas. I'm running it very slow and I'm just holding it lightly so it can bounce over the glass. So you can see it's got a little stipply effect, and this is very, very gentle and half-tone stipple effect. And you know how the wings sparkle in the sunshine? Well, basically that's what we're going to do. We are going to fill the wings in with this half-tone stippled effect with a white Arkansas. It's literally bouncing across the glass. I'm holding it quite far back. And now we have got the rubber disc. It's quite a hard rubber disc. And let's check out what it does on our little scrappy piece of glass. You'll see that it creates a very gentle hue. I'll show you now. There we go. And that it'll soften some of the tone that's already there, and it'll also just add that gentle hue to where it's been running across. It's just another shade, another dimension to the wings. Not the wings have dimensions, but it's just an interest. Yeah, that's really pretty. I like that. They're so delicate. It's the contrast between very, very delicate wings and solid body. Now you can see the line I've got going across the top, and that is simply so that I can line them up so that they are at the same height. There's my first one that I had my head in the way, which I obviously will complete just now. So I'm putting the picture back behind the glass eventually. I've marked off where the third is, and it's around about the middle of the body basically. And I could do this more accurately, but I'm getting the angle right just by sliding it along. The tips of the top wing are touching that line. So now I can see that they're all the same height and they're roughly the same angle. And there you have it. I've done a little bit of work behind the scenes, and I have now got 3 pretty little dragonflies flitting about the glass. I think it's worked quite well, don't you? You've got to have a go. And very importantly, don't forget to add your signature and the date. Some way subtle, so it's not sort of screaming at you. Till the next time. Happy engraving, guys.